Danielle, you okay?
Yes, I'm great.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hang in there, man. Hang in there. So what happened?
So,
Contract.
it passed.
It passed?
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Do you like the terms of it?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well,
I think we should have held out.
well,
But hey, you know,
no, we have to.
yeah.
Daddy Gonzo.
Yes, how you doing, sir?
Okay, good morning to you. Are you, Freddie Gonzalez by any
Yeah.
chance?
Yes, I am. I was having trouble getting on. So sorry for being a little late. Good morning, though.
Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna rename you.
Okay.
If you can, I have you checked in, so if you can mute yourself, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
We'll call you when I call you. We'll try to get you in and out as soon as possible. That's my man. What's up with you?
What's going on, sir? Ready?
Yeah, it's on you.
All right. So,
You want the camera here? You want the camera
where you want me to stand?
here? Wherever you want.
Okay.
I'll try to work this.
You know, the other way.
I can stand at the podium.
Huh?
I can stand at the podium if it's easier.
You probably know how to work it better than I do.
Yeah, that's on the side of the table right here. You step over by the, right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. 36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins. My court is in session. There'll be no talking, movement. Make sure you stay visible for the camera. Court is now in session. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I guess I gave everyone pretty much the instructions that we're gonna have today. We got everything and we'll get the show on the road. So let's start out with Mr. Lee, who's ready. Pronounce that name in the counselor.
Dan here?
Dan here. This is City of Detroit versus Dana Neer, Lee. You gotta mute yourself. You got too much background noise. Thank you. Case number SP 1176594. Mr. Lee, there is in counselor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Spencer Clayton appearing on behalf of Mr. Lee, P number 77302. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for a formal hearing in this matter. The people that offer blockading traffic would like to avail ourselves of that offer, take advantage of it. I'd be pleading responsible on my client's behalf, and I do have the authority to do so, Judge.
Okay. With that being said, I'll accept your plea to blockading traffic. I will fine Mr. Lee $175. That is a 0.9 non-abstractable offense, so it won't be seen by the Secretary of State. It will not affect your driving record at all. I'll give Mr. Lee as much time as he needs to pay.
2 weeks, Chuck.
So can we get dates, Mr. Gavin,
Mhm.
for 30 days, 60 days? Here, this is how we were doing, 90 days, and then two, or was it, no, 1 and 2 weeks.
2 weeks be June the 28th.
June the 28th, Counselor, let Mr. Lee know, and Mr. Lee, you're on the line as well. If you need more time to pay, I would hope that you would chime back in so that we can see if we can work something out. I don't want to see this snowball into more penalties and fees. Oh, June 28th.
Yeah, have a good day.
Very much.
And what about these other tickets he had?
What other tickets I didn't see?
Are we talking about Joseph Lee?
No, narratively.
Yes.
Who's our counsel today?
This is Bradfield. I have next up is Mr. Joseph. He was the first one to see me this month.
You have all the files?
I don't have any. Charles Turner wrote these. Two. All right, Mr. Lee, I'm just looking up and seeing everything that you have, trying to make this a one-stop shop for you, so you don't have to come back. Bradfield, it looks like, Mr. Lee does not have all, I don't have all of what he's got in this offer here. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till the city attorney comes back and, see if we can give this another look to make sure I'm looking at it correctly,
Okay, Your Honor.
so that Mr. Lee does not have to, come back.
I'm sorry, what are we doing?
Mr. Lee, you're gonna have, several, civil infractions that were in default that, the best I can do for you on those is to kind of try to get you to the point of raising some of the fine that cost, extra. And try to get you as close to the original cost as I can. Two, three. All right. Then I'm gonna set this aside. And then I'm gonna wait on the city attorney to see if Mr. Lee can get an offer on all of these.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Lopez, see if I have your file up here. Mr. Lopez. Yes, you want to take it? One license. Mr. Goss, Mr. Lee didn't have, to me, didn't have everything in file.
You know, is that Joseph Lee, Demond? Maybe it's.
No,
Okay.
that's Joshua here.
Okay.
All right, so these additional tickets,
Those are like 3 additional tickets.
Can you hear me that?
you talk about I wrote everything except for the register back.
I need Lopez, pronounce that last name for me again. I'm sorry, Mr. Lopez.
Aramillo?
Alamillo.
Yeah.
Jaramillo. While he's looking for that, Mr. Lopez, I'm gonna go on to, Ernest Landers. I see is one. Mr. Lopez. Who is that 313-427-5495? Good morning. Who's got the number 313-427-5495?
Donald Gavin.
Donald who?
Gavin. Gavin.
Good morning, Mr. Gavin. Can you mute your phone, please, until your name is called? I have,
Pardon me, I didn't understand it clearly.
can you mute your phone, please, until your name is called?
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, I just leave my line open, right?
You gotta mute your phone.
Yeah, I am on the phone.
Yeah, no, you have to mute your phone. You can leave your line open, but I need your phone muted. You have a lot of background noise in there.
Oh, you see, I'm new to this phone. Okay, explain to me what I need to do.
Mr. Gavin.
Yes, sir.
I can mute him.
Right.
And Mr. Lee, can you mute, please? Mr. Lopez, he has just one count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I don't see. Ms. Bradfield, from Mr. Lopez, I don't know the facts and circumstances. Maybe you want to speak with him in a breakout room so that you can kind of discuss his case and see whether he wants to. There's no offer because it's a 0-point offense. It's non-abstractable, but it is a misdemeanor, and I am going to fine him $240, but for taking it. I don't see, as far as these kind of cases, I don't know what the facts and circumstances are. Maybe you want to speak with him in a breakout room to find that and see what he wants to do as far as taking the offer or setting a date for trial.
I would like to speak with him, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'm gonna put both of you in Mr. Lopez, I'm gonna put both of you in a breakout room so that you can speak with counsel regarding this matter. All right, that's that. And Mr. Landers, you're gonna have to look at as far as there's not everything in the file. Yeah, let's see. He's got only 2 cases on here.
Ernest Landers.
Ernest Landers. And, okay. So, I see what's going on. It seems as though Mr. Landers had some other tickets that went along with this. That's way back in 14.
You want a summary?
I'm just looking up, what do you have, a summary there? 14 cases. And he's got Mr. Goss, it appears that Mr. Landers has, I don't know, just, he has paid civil infractions that went along with this case. 3 civil infractions that went along with this case.
And what's the remaining
And
charge?
these cases are 2014, so I will allow you to take a look at it, and I'll allow Ms. Bradfield an opportunity to look at it and see, if she wants to make a motion.
So if you make a motion, I won't.
Okay. Mr. Lee, I'm gonna have you don't have to unmute yourself right now. I'm gonna have you, based on what's in this file, I'm just gonna have you speak to Mrs. Bradfield. And I can toss this offer out, right? It's old.
Who made that one?
Looks like you.
When that be?
I don't know, it doesn't have a date. You got 6/11. You made, but you didn't have all of this is Lee. You didn't have all the information in the file. Okay, so can we get updated everything, updated 30 days, 60 days from the date, and updated pre-trial and trial dates, please? Yeah, okay, so Mr. Lee, based on what I see in here, I would like, I want to give you the opportunity to speak with Mrs. Bradfield, but essentially, the offer is for the U ticket to plead straight up 3-month delay. Each ticket that you plead to, I'm gonna fine you $240. They want, for one of the driving while license suspended or while improper, they want a failure to display, which is a 0-point offense. And then for the insurance, I think that is, or registration maybe, you make sure. They want a unregistered motor vehicle, they want an improper plate, which is a 0-point offense that does not abstract. The failure to display does abstract. So that would be $240 a piece. That would be a total of $720 to, I would, like I'll tell you, like I tell everybody else, I'll give you as much time as you need to pay. But I'll also give you a trial date. If you're willing to take that offer, then you don't want to speak to a counsel, then we can put this on the record. But I kind of advise maybe you should probably take a little extra minute and speak with counsel and see what
All right, Your Honor, we are ready.
Okay, that's Mr. Lopez Mello. Man, I'm gonna get that right. Yes, I promise you that. What's your pleasure?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, he stand mute and waive formal readings.
All right, let's go put it on the record then. This is the city of Detroit versus Luis Fernando Lopez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daphne Bradfield, P70578, on behalf of Mr. Lopez. State your full name for the record, sir.
My full name is Luis Fernando Lopez Jaramillo.
Jaramillo.
Your Honor.
So, pleasure, Counselor. What's your client's?
Stand mute and waive formal readings.
Okay, and I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor. He would like to ask for a trial date.
Okay.
July 14th.
All right, that trial date will be July 14th at 9 a.m. or 8:30?
9.
At 9 a.m. If there is nothing further, if you don't have any other questions, you are free to go, Mr. Lopez.
Okay. You said July 14th at 9 a.m.?
Yeah, hold on one second. All right, Ms. Bradfield, Mr. Goss would like to speak with you.
Okay.
Breakout room?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna go to a breakout room. The next one I have after you get done speaking with Mr. Bradfield is Mr. Joseph Lee. I think that Mr. Lee probably would be better served if he spoke with you as well.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Just right next to it.
What happened to those he probably kept those in one direction.
Well, I gave you a summary of it.
Yeah, I have a summary.
Okay. You want me to print?
No, I don't want to print too more than I thought. I printed all this stuff out. I have them up here.
I don't know if you printed Landers.
You don't know if I printed that?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm online.
Okay. We're still on Mr. Lopez's case.
Right, we supposed to go in the breakout room.
Oh, okay. Okay, Ms. Bradfield, you should have breakout one still open. Okay, Mr. Landers, just FYI, you have it appears that you have at least 1, 2, 3, 4
Your Honor,
statement fee. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It is possible for me to go back in the breakout room with Mr. Lopez?
Yes. I think you already assigned Mr. Lopez, so all you have to do is go to number 1 again. Mr. Trayvon Orr, good morning to you, sir. You don't even have to unmute yourself right now. I'm gonna just check you in. And Mr. Tanae Lyles, I'm gonna check you in too, ma'am. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Who is, did I already ask, who is Cat Lemon? Lemo.
I'm sorry, I forgot to edit it. It's Catalia Lemos.
And I don't have you on my docket today. What do you have, ma'am?
It's an eviction notice. I've been given 4 different courtroom numbers.
All right, let's try if we can get you to the right one. Spell your name for me, please.
Katalia. Last name is Lemos.
So this is not going to be on traffic. I got to go back to.
This might be a 9, like 619. I'm not sure, but I was pretty sure it was today.
This is 282.
And
I don't see this 9 or 10. So. So what's going on with this? What are we going to do?
she's getting some information. If you presented it today, I can dismiss it today.
All right, so this is Lemos needs to be and here. Do we have a Zoom number for this? Is Urbane Apartments.
Yes.
Do we have a number for Zoom Ruth Ann Garrett's courtroom? And then they need to give them a call. She's been in the courtroom for a while. I see 8:40 at the time. Mr. Rather, we have a Ruth. You have a Zoom number for Ruth Ann Garrett.
Ruth Ann Garrett. Let me see what my numbers are.
If you have a problem, Ms. Lemos, then we'll give that courtroom a call. I see you've been here well before 8:40, so.
Yeah, I've been to 2 other courtrooms, and I know that the one that the gentleman at actual 36th district gave me, but they said it was like the last names were I, X, A, and T. And that was for Garrett, and then they gave me 2 other Garretts. And
Yeah,
then
well, this is Ruth Ann Garrett is the judge of record, so I don't know if you've been in her courtroom or not.
I've been to 437 and 334 were the other 2. And then I got one for 338. These are all Garrett.
Yes, three Judge Garretts here, so.
Right, yeah. So this one is the first one that they gave me was an R Garrett, I believe.
You said Ruth Garrett is where she's trying to go?
Yes.
Okay, it's, okay, it would be 360-433-0000. That's what they gave you?
No,
433.
I got 437, 334, and 338.
So 360-433-0000.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I got on my paperwork. Yeah, I got to find everything. Everything been moved. Everything been moved around. Where are my notes at?
Okay. Again, Mr. Landers, I'm gonna have you speak with House Counsel as well. Your matters are can you stable those on the other side of the top? Yeah, that. Thank you. Mr. Goss, Mr. Landers matters. It's like Mr. Landers must be entered this wrong. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mr. Goss, I mean, all of these cases go back to 2014, right? But the ones that you had in file that you were giving the offer on, he's paid 3 civil infractions. And these cases are assigned to these cases. That's why it's not up on my dime. These cases are assigned to, this is Judge Christina Garrett. I don't know why they're doing this because okay, so basically their door is closed. And they went along with this ticket that we got back in 2014. He had 3 civil infractions and he paid all 3 of them. He's got 2 pending cases as a result, but all of them are over. So I'll wait on this is waiting on Mr. Bradfield for Mr. Lee. So what we'll do is Mr. Lee, you'll be first. I'll put you in a breakout room with Attorney Bradfield and Mr. Landers. You'll be second in the breakout room with Mr. Bradfield. Mr. Lopez.
I'm Brady Lopez, Your Honor. I just wanted to say that he does have registration to show it's not his vehicle.
Did you view it?
Yes, I did. It's for.
That's right. You're an officer of the court. I believe you.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
Let's go back on the record for Mr. Lopez Jaramillo. Based on the documentation that you presented to the court, Mr. Lopez, this case is going to be dismissed. So there will be no trial. This case will be dismissed. If you don't have any further questions, Mr. Lopez, you're free to leave.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I have Mr. Joseph Lee here. That I think it's best that he speak with you. And I don't think I relayed this to Mr. Lee in the offer. He's got a U ticket here, and they're offering a 3-month delay on the U ticket. He's also has other offers on the driving while license invalid. They want to offer him a failure to display. In one of the no registration tickets, they are offering him a improper plate. He has a dismissal of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other matters. So basically, he has 9 matters in front of us today. I don't know if you have the details of the U ticket in front of you, Mrs. Bradfield.
Your Honor.
I didn't hear that. You got broken up a little bit.
No, I don't have the details of that one.
Okay, that had a black marksman BB gun. And I don't know if that is some kind of way it's got concealed, but it's written over the front. I believe that in front of waistband, the BB gun had no identifying markers as to being fake or not a real gun. So okay. That's the way they want to offer him the 3-month delay. I told Mr. Lee that I would fine him $240 for each of the 3 counts, a total of $720. I told him I'd give him as much time as I need to pay. I'll tell him one step further. What I can do for him is I can get him once upon payment of the 3-month delay ticket, I will close that out upon payment. I believe also that Mr. Lee, and let me check that before I speak. Yeah, Mr. Lee has several civil infractions that are in default. And I told Mr. Lee that I cannot help him as far as setting aside the default based on the ages of the civil infractions. But I will attempt to try and get Mr. Lee back to what the original cost is, or as close as I can, by waiving any penalties and fees that were extra. I will also waive any warrant costs, but Mr. Lee will be responsible for a number of reinstatement fees. So based on that, I don't know how many cases you have in front of you, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the docket.
Okay.
1, 2,
Yes, I have 10 as well.
6, 7, 8, 9. And for some reason, I only have 9 off. I only have 9 on the offer sheet. So something is missing. I'm gonna go over this one more time that we get, make sure that we get all of this right. Have that ticket. Have that ticket. Those tickets. Have, 16. So counts 1 and counts 2. So I'm taking it that this one here, the SP 985, it's got a driver's license never acquired. I'm taking that you're going to dismiss count 1 and 2 for those, right? Because you didn't put that on here. Yes, so that's where the
Yeah, out of 10, you pick the 3. The rest
yes, so that's where it was. I got 10 now. All right. So if you would like, I can put you in a breakout room with Mr. Lee to kind of go over. The main concern for this was the fake pistol, and that's it.
Okay, yes, I can speak with him.
All right. Mr. Lee, you can unmute yourself. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room if that's all right with you.
That's all right, Your Honor.
Once they get back, Mr. Ernest, I'm gonna put him in the breakout room next. Who we have next? You gotta join that room, Mr. Lee. Lewis, Cameron Lewis. Then Mr. Freddie Gonzalez.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing, Mr. Gonzalez?
Not too bad.
Driving license suspended.
Gonzalez, what's the first name?
Gonzalez. It's Freddie Gonzalez.
So do you write up, the results for the fees?
Yes, I wrote this list on top of Mr.
Yeah, got that on top of the recommendation.
Yes. That. Quick breaks. So, Mr. Goss, I have, and it's the issue here where he's paid the breaks. He only has 2 tickets. He's paid the defective breaks. Is that, what was the other one was drove by license suspended? This occurred just in November 26, 2020. I don't see anything else. Do we have a message? I can imagine not. He asked him, Mr. Lewis.
Excuse me, I have a question, excuse me.
Who is that, Mr. Orr?
Yes, sir.
What's your question?
I'm looking at my papers. It says I'm supposed to be in Deborah Lewis Langston Court.
You're in the right courtroom, Mr. Orr.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis here.
Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Do you have a license now, Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
You do have a license?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're going to go on the record with Mr. Cameron Lewis. This is the city of Detroit versus Cameron Lewis. Case number. Wait a minute. We got 2 tickets here. Why aren't both of these?
Well, sometimes they be closed out already.
No, this is pending. Let's see. This one you just got. Okay. This is why we don't have because he's scheduled for arraignment next month on the 26th. So, Mr. Goss, let's take care of this as well. Mr. Goss. So now I have a, do you have proof of license plate or proper plates, Mr. Lewis?
Proof of it?
Yes. I have another ticket here that was up for, you got another ticket in February of this year. Is that, am I correct?
Yes, I paid it though.
No, you couldn't have paid this. You probably paid something that was associated with it. Let me see.
I got the receipt here.
All right, let me see. Okay, you did. You had, you had the, so what happened was you had 2 tickets. You had a note of insurance that I see that you paid. And you had a, another drove while licensed and proper.
Right.
At the same time. So what are we gonna do, Mr. Goss? I got pulled over twice.
First one we dealt with.
First one we'll dismiss because he paid that civil infraction. He also got another civil infraction that he paid as well. And that puts him to another license not valid or improper. So he still has one outstanding. That's when it's supposed to be heard on July the 26th.
No wow.
That's a drove while license not valid or improper license.
Go ahead.
All right. All right.
However, can you check, make sure it's valid?
Yeah, let's check the SOS on his license, please.
Before I do that.
Let me get that.
Ms. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you and Mr. Lee have an opportunity to discuss what's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. He would like to avail himself of the offer.
Okay.
The Silver Francis Street City A. It's already closed out.
It's closed out. He's reaching on the city attorney. Let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Joseph Antonio Lee. We'll call case number SP 513-8051, SP 940811, counts 1, 2, and 3. Let's call case number SP 985672, counts 1 and counts 2. Case number U33798216. Case numbers 162351571. Case number 17337782, counts 1 and counts 2.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Lee. State your full name for the record, sir.
Joseph Antonio Lee.
Okay, Mr. Lee, morning to you. I appreciate your patience. What I have in front of me is an offer to plead to a 3-month delayed sentence. What that means is you comply with all the terms and conditions, which will be just simply to not get in any trouble in 3 months and pay the $240 fine. This case will be dismissed. I did say off the record that I will do one favor for you, that as soon as you pay that $240 fine in that 3-month delay case, close that case out immediately upon payment of that fine. Is also asking of you to plead guilty to the mental count of failure to display, which is a 0-point ticket. It does abstract, it is a misdemeanor, and plead guilty to improper plates, which is 0 points, but with no abstraction to the Secretary of State, but it's also a misdemeanor. And to close out all the other matters, also, Mr. Lee, I see that you have a number of civil infractions. What I will do is I will get you as close to the original fines and costs as I possibly can, so that you'll have an opportunity to pay these and get your license back. But that won't be a requirement of this case that we have here. All I'm concerned with is that you pled guilty to, that you will potentially plead guilty to, and the fines and costs there. So is that my understanding? Is you want to take that offer, Mr. Lee?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Lee? Okay. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Mr. Lee, you know you have a right to trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
And by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to trial. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
And has anybody offered you or promised you anything other than what is stated on the record?
No, sir.
Mr. Bradfield, pull up Mr. Lee's file and see what kind of monies we can eliminate penalties and fees on the civil infractions that are. And you're taking this offer on your own free will, is that correct, Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Okay, let me draw your attention to the date of October 21st, 2018, around 6:21 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of I-94 and Van Dyke. Did you have an occasion on that date to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer, Mr. Lee?
Yes.
And on that date, did the police officer ask you for a driver's license, a valid driver's license?
I'm sorry. What, can you say that again?
Yeah, on that date, did the police ask you for a valid driver's license?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did.
And could you produce a valid driver's license on that date, Mr. Lee?
No.
Why couldn't you produce a valid driver's license on that date?
I didn't have one.
Well, that's satisfied, counsel.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Lee, let me draw your attention to March 23rd, 2017, around 1:26 p.m. in the area of Mount Elliott and Mack in the city of Detroit. Mr. Lee, did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
And were you driving a 1999 vehicle on that day?
Yes.
And did that vehicle have the proper registration?
No, sir.
Okay. Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I am going to accept your guilty plea to the amended count of improper place. And I'm going to fine you $240 on the first matter, and I'm going to fine you $240 on that matter. And finally, Mr. Lee, let me draw your attention to the date, September 19th, 2016, at around 11:30 p.m. in the area of Copeland and Camden. On that date, Mr. Lee, in the city of Detroit, did you have an occasion to be questioned by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And on that date, were you in possession of a BB gun?
Yes, I was.
Was it the concealment of the BB gun? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the what? BB guns that
Okay, did that BB gun look like a real pistol, Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Are you satisfied, Counselor?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea to the ticket. I'm going to sentence you a 3-month delay, and I'm going to fine you $240 in discount. I did say that upon payment of that $240, we'll dismiss the case upon payment. Don't take it. You'll have 3 months to pay that in order for you to get that delayed sentence. And what that means is once you pay it, you will, the case will be closed out. So, Mr. Lee, I did say that I would give you as much time as you needed to pay. How much time will you need to pay on these matters, Mr. Lee?
If I may, Your Honor,
Yes.
he indicated to me that he paid about $1,600 in bond that's in his name at the court. We'd like to ask if bond could be applied to his fines and costs in these matters as well as the real estate fees.
Okay, I do see a $200 bond in this matter. We will apply any bond that you have, please. We have to check each bond.
No, they are, whatever he has done, they have to apply it. And there's a big bond here.
So, Mr. Lee, based on the representation of your counsel, if you posted whatever bond amount you've posted, we'll apply that bond, and we will that's 500 there. That's number 7. That's another 108. So it does look like it appears that you have at least enough to cover the fines and costs. What we do is we will apply all those bonds to your cases. Whatever amount you have remaining, Mr. Lee, it'll be returned to you.
So that will automatically be back cases are closed.
Yeah, they'll apply bond to silver practice.
So he won't get any money back.
Yeah, if he got silver practice.
If he's got silver practice, we're gonna apply to this automatically.
Right.
Let's get him down on each one of those silver practices. Let's get rid of that penalty percent. In any fee that we have that is discretionary, let's
on that list, I gave you those state ticket, but he has SOS fees.
Okay, what about the SOS fees? So we have late fees, and what are those other 2 fees? Those are two SOS.
Right. In other fees.
Okay, so we're going to now on the civil infraction, I'm going to take out all the late penalties on that. Also, we're going to waive all warrant fees.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But Mr. Lee, you're going to be responsible for all the SOS fees. So essentially, you may or may not have enough. I mean, it's a lot here to calculate. But we'll apply the bond. I'll do those things for you. Pay in statement fee. And how long before he can turn the check the wrong one or something?
Yeah, I had.
So you can check on later on the day on the 36th District Court website by putting your name in that all of the fees and what you're gonna owe after we apply everything. All right, Mr. Dick?
Okay.
Let's put a date in there in that. I don't think we'll need a date, but let's put a control date in for a month, 30 days, just in case it doesn't for him to pay. Mr. Lee, it's going to be your responsibility to go on there to make sure that all the bonds are applied and everything. Like I say, my concern is the 3 cases that you fled to today. And that's $720 as my initial. All the other stuff you're going to need to take care of if you want to be completely clear with the 36th District Court and go approach the Secretary of State for a license. Unless you have something else in other jurisdictions which we don't have any control over, if you don't have anything else, then you'll be all set to go to Secretary of State. But after you pay any remaining balances of reinstatement fees or or civil infractions that the bond may not cover. So are you all, if you don't have any other questions, Mr. Lee, you're free to leave.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Well, let me say this, Mr. Lee. If we apply those bonds, then it's gonna take about a month for those bonds to actually apply to the cases. You would do yourself one better if you came to court either today or tomorrow or whenever you can get down here and ask them in person to apply those bonds immediately.
Okay.
Then you can have a real idea of if you owe anything else too. And then once everything is paid at that point, you get immediate clearances.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate your patience and that'll conclude this matter.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lee's here's Ernest. So the next up we have Mrs. Bradfield that I kind of recommended Mr. Landers to speak with you would be he's got I think about 4 different matters. We only had offers for 2 of them because the other ones were older matters and they didn't come up on the sheet. But he's paid a lot of civil infractions. I think the date was last month. But all of the cases that he has date back to 2014. I do have, those are 7 years old. He's paid all the civil infractions off, and if he could just get rid of these cases some kind of way, he would be able to approach the Secretary of State for a license. So if you want to take a minute to discuss those with him. Well, this is Ernest Landers. This is the one with the 2017 cases. Are you talking about Lopez? He's been gone.
No, I thought we had one that was 4 cases. He paid for 2. That's the rest was that.
Right. This is
we're talking about the older ones.
So he's got all of them are old, but the ones that were associated with one of the tickets, he paid all the civil infractions on.
All right. So I was dismissing those.
You're gonna dismiss everything?
Just the one.
So here's
we ran his social security. I mean his driver.
Yeah. License was valid.
The license is valid.
Right.
For Mr. Cameron Lewis.
Right. I was dismissing those, so we just let him.
Okay. Let's get this right quick and get Mr. Lewis on his way.
Judge, I got a quick question too.
What's your question?
On the last one, trying to understand how you get the fines and costs or stuff on it. But you just got 5 bonds. No,
I'll write all that.
because yeah, so I don't know how to put it in. I know what it's led on based on the recommendations, but. Waive all penalties.
All of the civil and you all that. So basically it's just 240, 240, 240. I'll open up the fines on the top of each one of them. And then those were the amended counts that you see that on the thing. This is 3-month delay. I'm dismiss upon payment of that. And that's 240, 240, 240. waive all warrant fees. He's gonna have to pay reinstatement fees. I don't know if he's gonna come down and apply his own bond or not. And then the civil infractions, let's waive all of them.
Okay.
This is the City of Detroit versus Cameron Lewis. Case number SP 1117881 and SP 1161091. Mr. Lewis, there has been a recommendation today to dismiss both of these cases. I do see that you have a valid driver's license. I also see that with both tickets, you were issued civil infractions and you paid both of those tickets. So based on that, Mr. Lewis, we're going to dismiss the matters.
Okay.
Okay, so if you don't have any further questions, it doesn't appear that you owe anything else to the 36th District Court. You do have a valid driver's license, so I don't know if there's anything else that you need to do. If you don't
I have one question. July 26th, do that still apply? Still come to court July 26th?
No, that date is, you're gonna be done. That case is gonna be dismissed.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your patience. If you don't have anything further, you're free to leave.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
I did run far away for that case in July, right?
Yes, you did.
Judge, I'm gonna need everyone to speak a little louder because next door is messing with my concentration.
All right. So I just put dismissed on the top of those. Each one of those cases has got two different case numbers.
Okay.
Where were we with Mr. Landers? Okay, so Mr. Landers. So Ms. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Landers has a total one, two, these cases. Counts one, counts two.
Your Honor, if I may, with Mr. Landers, the SP 338629, count 1 and 2, that officer is retired.
Okay, that takes care of that. I know Officer Croxton is not retired.
No, he's not.
We have, for those cases, we see 4 more cases that are all 2014 cases.
Okay.
So would you like to make a recommendation or a motion on those cases? Do we call this case?
No.
All right.
Who's case, Mr. Landers?
Mr. Landers.
No.
All right. Let's call City of Detroit versus Ernest Landers, case number 145748466, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number 144243401. Case number SP 338629, counts 1 and counts 2. Ms. Bradfield, your appearance for the record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Landers. State your name for the record, sir. Mr. Landers?
You have to unmute yourself, Mr. Landers.
Yes,
State your name for the record, please.
Ernest Landers.
Again, as I was saying off the record, Mr. Landers has 6 matters before the court. I'm told that the SP 338629 matter, counts 1 and counts 2, written by Officer C. Sanders. I'm told that Mr. Sanders is no longer with the police force based on retirement. Is that correct, Ms. Bradfield?
That is correct, Your Honor.
I will dismiss both of those matters based on the officer's retirement and the age of the ticket, which are 2014 tickets. I have 4 other matters in front of me, which are all 2014 tickets as well.
Your Honor, if I may, move to dismiss those as well due to the age of those matters.
You want to get on the record? You don't. Okay, I'll dismiss all 4 matters based on the age of the ticket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll waive warrant costs, and you'll have to be responsible for reinstatement fees. Mr. Landers. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reinstatement fees at $45 a piece is going to be $270. Mr. Landers, that's not going to be a perk of this today. That's just to let you know what you'll need to do to get your license, at least to be all clear here at the 36th District Court. If there's nothing further, Mr. Landers, I appreciate your patience and you're free to leave.
Okay, thank you. Could I come pay him today?
You got to speak up, Mr. Landers.
I said, could I come and pay the $270 today?
You certainly can.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I'll be on my way in an hour.
Okay, thank you very much. If you have any problem, then you can just zoom back in from the parking lot or something and we'll see if we can make sure that everything is all together.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
Thank you as well. You have a better one. So.
Yeah, can we turn on the volume just a little bit?
Yeah. Pay warrant fees, waive warrant fees on all those, pay reinstatement fees. I try to write them all on each of the tickets too. Who we have? Mr. Freddie Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, you have, make sure Mr. Gonzalez has everything in front of him. Mr. Gonzalez has only 1 ticket. Okay, this is an easy one here. This is the City of Detroit versus Freddie Christopher Gonzalez, case number U225-78115. There is an offer in the file to dismiss this case. Officer is no longer with DPD. With that being said, Mr. Gonzalez, I will dismiss this matter. And it appears that you have a $50 charge here for something. I don't see what that's for.
That's warrant cost.
Just one warrant cost. I'll waive that warrant cost.
I appreciate that.
And other than that, you do seem to have a bond that you posted. I will refund that bond to you. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, that bond is going to take a while for that bond to be refunded. So don't look for that bond for like at least a month or so. All right.
Okay.
Are you still in Inkster?
Yes, I am.
At 320?
Yes, Shadowlawn.
All right, so I just make sure this case will be dismissed. I'll waive the warrant costs, and I will order that your bond be refunded.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you for your patience. If there's nothing further, then you're free to leave.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, sir.
You have a better one. Thank you. Let's see now. We have next up is let's get Trayvon Orr. Please.
You got a file up there?
No.
Yeah.
Let me see. I can see. All right, so
Travion.
Travion, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Travion or no insurance false. I'm gonna print these out. Also have other matters. 2/11/1999 is your date of birth, Mr. Orr?
Yes, sir.
And he's got a matter on here that is a little bit, that's not going to be on my document. So, Mr. Orr, we have a number of civil infractions.
Yes, I seen that.
I'll put the closings on this side here. Okay. All right, so I see that these civil infractions are new and they went along with the other cases. At least one of the other cases. I will do, Mr. Orr, is based on a motion from your council. Two of these ones that you seem to have gotten on the October 22nd date, 2020. I will allow council to make representation on those to set aside the defaults. You're gonna have another, at least give me all those silver fractions up front. You have 5 other civil infractions that the best I can do for those are to get you to a point where we can waive some of the penalties in those. So I don't have an offer here for you. I'm gonna wait on the city attorney to come back and review this, and I will call you as soon as we get you back, as soon as we get the file back. So I have Mrs. Lyles next.
So stay logged in.
Pardon me?
Stay logged
Yes.
in.
Just stay logged in, just mute yourself, and we will get you as soon as we possibly can. But I just don't have here he is. He'll get that soon. So just sit tight, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Please mute yourself. Okay, I have, what about Mrs. Lyle? Okay, Mrs. Lyles. Good morning to you.
I'm fine. How are you?
Right. I see that in this is a 2019 matter. Let me ask you this, Mrs. Lyles, do you have a driver's license?
No, I couldn't get it because I had to take care of this matter.
I know. Okay, so you don't see one? No. You don't see a file for her at all? No. All right, I'll print this out. So.
Sometimes I'll check the P's. Check P's.
Let's turn it down a little bit. Is that good?
Yeah. All right. I still have to turn this up.
Their monitors, same as on the same wall.
All right. So, Mrs. Lyle, I do see that you have a civil infraction that you paid the fine total with the penalties and everything on this. When did you make that payment?
Well, on what account? I'm sorry.
this has been a while ago, so you may have paid this a long time ago. I don't know why the other matter wasn't addressed. This is the no operator's license back in June 8th of 2019 at 3:50 a.m. You had a no operator's license, and you had drove a violation of basic speed law. So I don't have an offer for you as either, so I'm going to set that over to the city attorney, and he's going to give us some kind of offer. I'll relay that to you. But yeah, I see that you did pay the civil infraction that went along with it, and it doesn't appear that you would have anything else here. What we have next, Mr. Gavin has been waiting. Mr. Gavin has seemed like 3 matters. Let me look his name up to make sure he doesn't have anything else. All right, so Donald J. Gavin, do we have a Gavin file? So 3 matters. That's all he's got 2. That's all she's got. She paid a civil infraction. I don't know why. It seems like she paid it on time. I don't know why that case wasn't, why that case, the court date was never made for that case.
There's no, so I mean, yeah, her.
She doesn't have a license, but what I'm saying is that she paid that 2019 ticket. So back sometime in the past, it doesn't give me a date, which I can get a date.
But she never came to court on this.
Something happened, never back came to court on that.
But she paid the ticket associated with
She
this.
paid the ticket associated with that, correct.
What is that case number, Gavin?
Gavin's case number is SP 1131 503 counts 1 and 2. And he had another infraction, looked like on the same day, maybe. No, it was a different day. That's that infraction. That's on different day. Okay, Mr. Gavin, you can unmute yourself. What I have here is I have 3 matters before the court. This was the open intox. There's an offer in the file to reduce the open intox driver to an open intox passenger. There's also an offer in the file to the failure, bless you. The civil infraction of expired plates would be dismissed. Let me ask you this, sir. Mr. Goss. Mr. Gavin, do you have a driver's license? Gavin he's the one that doesn't have video. Mr. Gavin, oh, I muted him, I'm sorry.
He has to do it, so you might have to kick him out and have him go back in.
Mr. Gavin, I'm gonna put you out of the waiting room. I'm gonna kick you out. You sign back in, please. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's call case, let's call the city of Detroit versus Tanae, Pamela, Brittany, Lyles. Case number 1-929-02661. Mrs. Lyles, based on the fact that you paid the civil infraction associated with this case, we're going to dismiss the matter. Let's see here. You are going to be responsible for any reinstatement fees, and I will waive any warrant fees. And I see that you have a bond here. So with that, you heard the court, I think you might have heard the court's representation of how the bond works. Okay, so basically, if we apply this bond, I don't know, do you have a license now?
No, I had to take care of this matter first in order to get my license.
Yeah, you said that. So essentially, if we apply the bond here right now, then it's going to take probably a month for that to register to the Secretary of State. If you come down and ask for that bond to be applied, it can be applied immediately, and then you will be able to go to the Secretary of State and get your license. With that being said, the choice is yours how you want it to do. If you want to come down yourself to do that, or if you want to just wait, apply the bond, and then wait until a month or so when that bond registers on the computer and gets that clearance, then you can do so. Whatever remaining amount, even if you come in, whatever remaining amount is going to be returned to you in the mail. So you'd have to wait on that. How would you like?
So if I come down there, I'm just telling them to apply my bond to Secretary of State.
Yeah, just apply your bond to whatever you owe, that $45 that you're going to owe.
Okay.
All right. Or you can just go online and pay the $45, and you could wait on your bond to be returned to you. Then your bond will just be returned to you automatically.
Okay, and if I pay the $45, that's basically the clearance, and I can just go to the Secretary of State.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that you're gonna either come down or pay it online, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't have my clerk apply the bond, but I will have my clerk waive the warrant fees, and we'll issue a dismissal for this case. If there's no further questions, Ms. Lyles, I appreciate your patience, and you're free to leave.
All righty, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
We go on first, Mr. Orr.
Your Honor, one of those is a state matter, the rest I'm off.
Okay, move to dismiss the state matter based on plea of the city. Okay, Mr. Orr. Again, you have some matters that are default.
Your Honor, I don't see Mr. Orr in the room. Is he still there?
No, Mr. Tim Will, I think, is Mr. Tavon.
Yes.
Okay.
Travion.
Travion, I'm sorry again.
You okay?
My head gets focused on one thing and then I can't get it off. So Travion Orr. So essentially, I mentioned to you, Mr. Orr, that I do recognize that you got 2 civil infractions that went along with the 1 case stop that you got. Those infractions are in default, but that did happen last year during the pandemic, and I don't know why the court date was not set, but I will accept the fact that if your counsel makes the representation, which I'm sure she will, that we will get those out of default. Also, you have, you've also paid a lot of bonds in these matters, or at least a couple of bonds. So, based on that, I have an offer here to plead to the amended count of failure to display, and also to the no insurance, well, not no insurance, and also to the civil infraction of defective equipment. I will fine you $240 for the misdemeanor failure to display plea, and I'll fine you $120 for the defective equipment. So that would be a total of $360. Again, I see you have, I'll waive the warrant fees. You will have to pay the reinstatement fees. And you have another, I'll kind of get you close as I can to waiving the penalties on the other matters. So the choice is yours, Mr. I can also give you a trial date if you would like. If you would like to speak to counsel, I can put you in a breakout room, but the choice is going to be yours.
Okay, so I can talk to her. I'd be into a breakout room.
Okay.
And get a little bit of better understanding.
Okay. Did I explain that clearly enough, Mrs. Bradfield?
I know you're dealing with some civil infractions of his. However, on the docket, I see a no insurance and the false proof of insurance.
So, all they're asking for him to plead to is responsible to the defective equipment and guilty to the failure to display, and that's the amended count for the driver's license, and everything else will be dismissed.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure because I don't see that misdemeanor on the docket, so that's why I was asking about that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 things in front of me. 2,
okay.
3, 4, 5, 6. And on the offer sheet, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and the other one's a state case. So the state case, I'll dismiss the state case based on the plea to the city.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I still don't see the no insurance it's two no insurance misdemeanors.
The 2 on the docket is no insurance misdemeanor and false proof of insurance.
Let's see which one he has here. 1, 2, 7. And I think we dug the other one up so that you can have all these litigated at one time. I got the false insurance, false proof of insurance, and the no insurance. Yeah, so the third one was the third no insurance. Let me make sure that was for a different time. SB 125. SB 125. Let's see.
SB 1125.
That was supposed to be scheduled for arraignment, on 6/9. So I guess that 1125, I don't know. I see scheduled for arraignment on May the 6th. Then it was scheduled for an arraignment on 6/9. And I don't know what happened there, but regardless of what happened, that's the matter that the civil infractions rolled along with. So I just want you to have everything in front of you before I send you to a breakout room.
Okay.
That 11257911 is scheduled for a show cause 8/2, so he must have missed the arraignment date.
Okay, so that's what's going on. Yeah. Is he must have missed the arraignment date. So he's here now. I just want to be able to give him an opportunity. I'll put those civil infractions back in front of him if you make your motion.
Okay.
And then you got the offer, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll put you guys in breakout room. All right, Mrs. Love, let's see. We lost Mr. Gavin, so I hope he calls back. He's probably sitting there waiting. So let's pull up Mrs. Love's case. She had an agreement that she would do community service.
You have a file.
You know, I'm gonna pull it up for you. Turn it up. There was no insurance misdemeanor paid. This is a very old case. $100 bond. Okay, Mr. Love, appreciate your patience. So essentially, you represented to the court that you don't have the ability based on some health issues or something?
Yes, Your Honor.
To do community service.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
That bond up there, right?
I just wanted to know if I could add that once I took care of the matter and I came in and paid the bond, I expressed to Ms. Green, because I was doing the community service through probation, and I spoke to Ms. Green, and she basically didn't really know how to advise me because whoever I would do the community service with.
Let me stop you, Ms. Let me stop you. I don't mean to cut you off, Mrs. Love, but I'm going to make this as painless as possible.
Yes, sir.
what I will do, since you've already pled guilty to failure to display, you have, I will fine you $240. You have $100 bond, so you would be required to pay another $140.
Yes, sir.
Is that something that you can come up with?
Yes, sir. It won't be until I receive my disability on the 3rd of July, though.
Well, I'm gonna give you as much time as you need.
Well,
So-
here's the deal. I have, in order for me to get my driver's license, when I went to Secretary of State, I still had this case on there, so they won't allow, I already have to pay a reinstatement fee with Secretary of State, and I have to retake the test, and I have to retake the road test, because I haven't driven a car or had a driver's license in these 7 years at all. Because I didn't want to add more trouble to what I was in, so I haven't driven since I received this ticket.
The case number is SP 1140491. And this case goes way back to 2014. In this case, she pled guilty while paying a civil infraction that was attached to this case. I can't, you paid that way back in 2015. There's nothing I can do. You've already pled guilty. All I can do really is just apply the bond and give you as much time as you need to pay. That'll be $140. If you owe any other reinstatement fees, that'll be on you for this.
You talking about
case.
reinstatement fees with Secretary of State? I didn't mean to cut you off, sir. Are you talking about reinstatement fees through Secretary of State?
Yes. No, whatever. You would come down here and pay those. What is that?
Okay.
Did they waive?
No, she was, well, right now there was no fee showing out there. They may have, let me see what the conditions is. 6 months community service, must obtain a valid driver's license, SOS, driver's license. They somehow they took the waive, they must have waived it.
So essentially, you know, I can just fine you the $240, and you can apply the $100 bond. You'll have $140 remaining, and once you pay that $140, you'll be clear here. So, and like I said, I can give you as much time as you need.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure I have this straight. I could come down, pay $140, ask 36th District if they can apply that to the fine that I have, and then that'll clear me to go to Secretary of State and take care of my business, and then I won't have to worry about coming on the 27th of July. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, that's correct. I guess the 27th of July.
Right, I was supposed to come back. Yeah.
Because that was the date that you were supposed to have the time for your community service done, right?
Yeah, she told me to, my community service had to be done.
You won't have to come back on the 27th. You won't have to come in that July date. If you want me to transfer this from community service to just a fine, I can transfer that to the fine. I can apply the $100 bond, or you can come down and have the $100 bond applied, and then you pay the remaining $140. You'll have your clearances. You'll be all set. And if you don't have anything in any other district, which I have no way of knowing, then you can go to the Secretary of State.
Nope, I have nothing else. This is the only thing that's been holding me up. I do appreciate your time, Your Honor.
Well, I appreciate you zooming in, and my time is yours. I'm here to serve the community, and that's what we are going to do.
Yes, sir. So I will, and then as far as the community service, I don't have to worry about it. So if I come down, pay the 140, I should be all set.
and apply that $100 bond. Yes. Is that what you want to do, Mrs. Lyles?
Miss Love?
Mrs. Love?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Love?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's put this on the record. That is the, now help me with the name, Donnelly?
No, it's Danielle.
Danielle, I'm sorry. Okay, this is the City of Detroit versus Danielle Shanae Love. Case number SP 1140491. Mrs. Love was set to do community service and have that completed by July 27th, 2021. Mrs. Love has indicated on the record that she is unable to complete that community service and would be based on health reasons and would like to for me to impose a fine in this matter. I will relieve Mrs. Love from her obligation of community service in lieu of paying a $240 fine. I see that Mrs. Love has a $100 bond. Mrs. Love indicated that she would come to the court and ask the court to apply that $100 bond and also pay another $140 toward the payment of fines and costs. With that being said, Mrs. Love will appear to be free of any obligation that she would owe the 36th District Court. That will be the ruling of the court. Now, Mrs. Love, let me please give a date that you want to have these fines and costs paid, just so that I can put that as a control date in the computer.
Sounds good. I get my check on the 3rd of the month, which I think falls on a weekend. If we could just put down the 5th, that way I know I already been paid everything that I can.
How about we put down 30 days, Mrs. Love?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Did you give me that piece of paper back?
Yeah.
30 days will be July 14th.
Sounds fantastic.
You understood about the representations we made about coming in as opposed to having our clerk apply the bond. So my understanding, come in, but that's going to be on you, Mrs. Love. All I'm concerned about is having that all taken care of by July 14th. Again, Mrs. Love, if you find yourself in the position that you can't take care of that by July 14th for whatever reason, I would ask that you zoom back in on that date so that we can try to get you some more time so this doesn't snowball into more penalties and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
Okay? If it's nothing further, that'll conclude the matter, Mrs. Love. I appreciate your patience and have a great day.
Absolutely, not a problem, sir. I appreciate your time. You take care.
You too. Mrs. Bradfield.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Moore. Moore.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm just all names today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
So what is your pleasure, Mr. Orr?
Pleading guilty.
And responsible for the other matter, and then close out all the other ones. I mean, dismiss the other cases that are in front of me. All right.
Yes.
Okay. The court is calling City of Detroit versus Travion DeMario Moore, case numbers SP 975317, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1125791, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1127421, counts 1 and counts 2. Mrs. Bradfield, appearances for the record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Orr. State your name for the record, sir.
Travion Orr.
Okay,
Your Honor, for the purpose of arraignment, he stand mute on waive formal readings. We would like to make a motion to set aside any default and any warrant fees, Your Honor.
Okay, what I will do is I'll enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Orr's behalf. I will I will set aside the defaults on case number SP 1174421, counts 1 and counts 2, based on the fact that those tickets were had on the same day as another infraction, and that the pandemic has caused a lot of issues. The court understands the pandemic has caused a lot of issues with notice. I do not know why Mr. Orr did not set a court date on those dates, but we're going to not hold him responsible at this time. However, we will hold Mr. Orr responsible for all of the other civil infractions that he got prior to that. I do have a recommendation in the file to plead guilty to the amended count of failure to display for the driving while license suspended that happened on the 10/22/2020 date, where the civil infractions were had, and responsible for the defective equipment. Let me backtrack. I will grant that motion to set aside the defaults, and responsible for the defective equipment. I did indicate to Mr. Orr off the record that I would fine him $240 for the guilty plea to the failure to display, and another $120 for the responsible plea to the defective equipment. I did also indicate that I would waive any warrant cost in the matter.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I heard your clerk state earlier that he failed to appear on a show cause, I believe the date was June 9th. And if so, he posted a bond for that case. We'd like to ask if that bond can be reinstated.
To June 9th. And what ticket would that be for, Ms. Bradfield?
Mr. Orr, do you know the ticket for that one that you failed to appear at your show cause?
No, ma'am.
Let's see.
I just know they gave me 2 court dates. One for this date and one for the 9th. Both of them was bond.
But what if they forfeit that bond?
They won't, because once I make an injury in, I automatically put like that's code put in.
Oh, so I'm told, well, I will reinstate that bond.
Thank you.
Told that that's going to be done automatically once we dispose of these cases, but we'll make sure that
It was
Bond pay. Why? Let me just see which case they're talking about. Case that
I don't think it was involved because that's kind of game show. So it's not.
So, how much bond did you pay? Two.
400.
Okay, you're good. It has the bonds here. All right. So, I said I was going to fine you $120 for the defective equipment. And I was going to dismiss the other defective equipment. Although one of them was under the state. 2, 7, 4. Dismiss this one. Fine you on this one. We will dismiss this one. Based on the to city. Okay, Mr. Ward, again, based on the offer here, I've relayed to you, understanding that you want to avail yourself to this offer.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ward, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. I'm going to draw your attention to October 22nd, 2020 at around 4:15 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Connor Creek in East Forest. Did you have an occasion to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
And were you asked on that date to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And could you produce that license, Mr. Orr?
No.
And why couldn't you produce that license?
I didn't have my wallet on me.
Okay. So you're sufficient with that?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. On the same day, in time, were you driving a vehicle with either a cracked windshield, Mr. Orr?
Yes.
I'm going to find you responsible for the defective equipment. On the defective equipment, I will fine you $120. On the amended count of failure to display, I'll fine you $240 for a total $360. How much time will you need to pay, Mr. Orr?
I'll be coming in today.
Okay. I will apply. Okay, you'll apply the bonds. I do see you have $400 worth of bonds. Mr. Orr, I will waive all warrant fees.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I will also I will also, waive any penalties in the civil infractions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Infraction. And I will waive, I said I would waive the warrant fee. So Mr. Orr, I don't have a dollar amount. My clerk is going to enter all of this in the computer with the waive fees and what have you. You can apply the bond, but you're gonna have the remaining balance, I know. Okay, and before you can go approach the Secretary of State, and you're going to have to pay that remaining balance to get clearances in all those matters. So if you have anything in the other districts, you're going to have to take care of those as well. But if it's nothing further, have I covered everything, Mrs. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
And other cases will be dismissed. So if there's nothing further, Mr. Orr, then you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Mr. Gavin.
Yes, sir.
I had to put you out. I'm glad you called back because you couldn't. I don't think you knew how to. I muted you, but I don't think you knew how to unmute yourself. So.
Yeah, my phone keep cutting off. I don't know why.
That's all right. So I have an offer here. Let me make sure Mr. Gavin has not anything else. All I have is the. Who is that? Who is that?
This is my husband problem call. She said something about she showed up in arraignment and they scheduled for show calls. And so she said they scheduled for another arraignment June 25th. I said, well, we don't schedule. We showed up in arraignment. We scheduled another arraignment June 25th.
Pull up the name. Let's see what you.
Is it right here?
Let's see what you. Hold on. Let's see what we take care of. Okay. So I got Mr. Gavin. You have expired plates. You have failure to stop within a sure clear distance, and you have an open intox in a motor vehicle. Court,
yes, sir.
I have an offer here to plead to open intox passenger.
Well, okay. Your Honor. Only thing I didn't know about was the expired plates, but everything else, I respect, the police report.
All right,
but the expired plates I didn't know about.
Let me ask you this: did you have good plates on that car on that day?
Yeah, everything was legit because she got a military insurance, But I didn't know the license plate had expired.
But the license plate was.
So everything else, I am guilty of. I respect the police report.
All right, let me just say this. I'm just giving you what I'm doing now is giving you the offer that's presented, and I'm allowing. You have a lawyer on the line, and you can speak with her about the repercussions and consequences of it. But that you're being offered open intox passenger as opposed to driver. I mean, let me look up and see what type of penalties that carries. And you're offered a failure to report accident, which is not a moving violation, so there's no points to that.
Okay, yeah, because I was in the hospital for 3 days, 4 days at the receiving.
Your Honor, I just want, do you have the actual ticket or you have the register of action?
Only thing I have the actual ticket for is the open intox in the motor vehicle.
Okay.
Let me see if this other one here.
Because
the reason why.
Say failure to stop a short clear distance. That's what the register of actions show for ticket ending in 5 years.
Yes. And the only thing, it's supposed to be up to date, so I don't have an actual ticket in the file for those. But
okay.
All 3 matters are scheduled for today. So I'll let you do your thing, counsel.
So the offer is to amend open alcohol in the motor vehicle to a passenger, and what about the failure to stop short clear distance?
The failure to stop short clear distance would be amended to failure to report an accident. And the standard $240 fines for each one of them.
Give me just 1 second.
And I'm looking up.
I don't know, cause I fell out the car.
Sir, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Just let your counsel do her thing, okay? We'll make sure that you know everything when it's necessary.
Okay, that offer is in regards to failure to stop at a short clear distance. That's a civil infraction and it can't be amended to a misdemeanor. And we wouldn't want it to be amended to a misdemeanor.
Okay, so that's a good job there, counselor, as always.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay,
now,
okay.
Mr. Gavin, just hold on a second, okay? She's doing a very good job on your behalf. You do not have to speak right now, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
She's doing a very good job.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is my first time around, so I don't know even what's going on.
I'm gonna explain it to you when we talk. I'm gonna explain it to you.
Okay, so failure. I'm looking up fail to stop a short clear distance. I'm trying to find out how many points that is.
2 points.
Okay, so that's 2 points. So we need to get him to do something about that. And then we have the open intox driver. $1,300, $1,306. So 2 points, and then 2 points. Both abstract. All right, so that's a pretty more serious matter. Okay, Mr. Gavin, I'm gonna have to have you sit tight for a minute. We're gonna have to get the city attorney back in here because as your counsel has done a very good job in pointing out that the offer as presented is not proper, or at least.
Yeah, but I believe the police. They didn't land on me. They told the truth.
Mr. Gavin.
Yes.
You may
Yes.
believe the police, but right now I'm not believing the police. I'm gonna talk to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
This is my first thought. I don't even know what I'm doing.
All right.
I see. And I'm trying to tell you that based on the fact that you don't know what you're doing, you have a very good lawyer that knows exactly what she's doing. So allow her, if you would, to do her job. And she's doing a very good job on your behalf, okay?
Okay, I will. I will.
Now I'm gonna give you time to speak to her so that after she finishes doing her job, I'm gonna give you time to speak to her so that you are fully understand what's going on and what's expected of you. Okay?
Okay, I'll listen to her.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna get Goss back in here.
Yeah.
In the meantime, can I speak with Mr. Gavin in the breakout room, please?
You know something, I would do that, but Mr. Gavin is on a phone that I don't know if he's going to be able to navigate the breakout room situation.
Yes, yes, I got Zoom.
Are you zoomed in now?
Yeah, I'm on Zoom now.
All right, well, put your video on.
I don't know how to do that. I don't even know about these phones.
Called in, Your Honor. He called in. He's on the phone.
Yeah,
I called you for Zoom.
You called a number on the phone, though. You dialed in on the number on the phone, didn't you?
Yeah, I dialed the 929 436 2866.
Yeah, so we're gonna have.
That's all I know about this phone.
I know. You see what I mean?
Well, how about this? If you put me in a breakout room with him, and then once we finish talking, I'll have him hang up and call back into the courtroom.
How does he get into the breakout room from the phone, though?
You have to put him in there.
Because I dialed this 929 number and 436. Then I have another number. I got 360 343 or 344 and
That's
triple O. I mean 4 O's.
Do you have a Zoom app?
Yeah, I have a Zoom app.
Do you have a smartphone?
Yeah, but I don't know how to use none of that stuff.
Okay.
Do you have somebody in there that can help you use it?
I'm here by myself.
Okay. I can try to put him in a breakout room.
Yes, if you try to put him in a breakout room, and what I'll do, because he's probably not gonna know how to come back out the breakout room. So what I'll do is have him hang up and call back into the courtroom.
Okay, Mr. Gavin, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to put you in a breakout room with Mrs. Bradfield. That way you guys can have a private conversation. If it doesn't work, then you just have to call back in on that number.
Okay, right. Call back into the 929.
The 929. Let's see if we can get you in this breakout room now.
Okay, so they're gonna call me and give me a breakout room number?
Nope,
well,
let's
see
right there.
Right now.
Right there.
Okay.
He's got a Zoom. There, he's in. Okay, good.
He's in? Okay, let me go in.
Here, Mr. Ross, a very astute defense counsel has, you're trying to make
So this is the only added charge, this one right here?
There's only three.
Right.
So I got two pending, unregistered, untitled, no license, and allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Why y'all trying to do the state case? This is a state case.
So you want to just plead to the state and dismiss the city?
Well, they can.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. I'm following your judgment.
Ms.
Okay,
Bradfield,
we're back to the courtroom now, sir.
I put you,
Okay.
I have an offer in front of me, and that would be to allow Mr. Gavin to plead to the amended count of operating intox passenger, and then dismiss the other two matters. I'll fine him $240, and that's something probably a little bit better than what he had. I don't know if he's willing to take that or not.
Yes, I think that's a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's a lot better too.
All right, Mr. Gavin.
Okay, let me write this down. Okay, so what was it? 240?
Yeah, let me call the cases and I'll explain everything to you on the record so that you know what's expected of you. All right, so this is the City of Detroit versus
Yes.
Donald J. Gavin, case number SP 11-31503, counts 1 and count 2.
SP
131504.
Okay, I got SP. I got SHP.
Mr. Gavin, at the end, I'm going to let you know what to write down, okay?
Okay.
Right now, you don't have to really write anything down right now. I'll let you know the number to write down, and I'll let you know all of what's expected of you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Gavin, you've had an opportunity to speak with your defense counsel, Ms. Bradfield, in the breakout room. There's been an offer presented to allow you to plead to the amended count of open intox passenger. That is a 2-point offense.
Yes.
That is abstracted to the Secretary of State. However, there's a recommendation to dismiss the other two matters in front of you. So those two matters will be, if you want to take this deal, those two matters will be dismissed. I will fine you $240, Mr. Gavin, in the case that you'll be, if you want to take, you'll be pleading to, and I will allow you as much time as you need to pay.
No, yeah, I'm satisfied with your judgment.
Okay. Let me say this, Mr. Gavin, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down now, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin, I'm going to draw your attention to November 4th, 2020 at around 12:54 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of East Jefferson and McDougal Street. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, I did.
And at that time, did you have open alcohol in a motor vehicle?
Yes, I have.
And what kind of alcohol was that, Mr. Gavin?
J&B, brandy liquor.
Okay, Mr. Gavin. Let me ask you this, Mr. Gavin. Do you understand that you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes, I do.
And do you understand by taking the offer that was presented on the record, you'll give up that right to a trial?
Yes, I do.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what we just stated in the record?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, and you're taking this offer because you are at your own free will, is that correct?
Yes, I'm guilty of it.
Okay, so, Mr. Gavin, I'll accept your plea to the amended count of open intox passenger. I will fine you $240 in the matter. How much time do you need to pay, Mr. Gavin?
Well, I get SSI the $780 a month. I'll make a sacrifice and just pay it all off.
All right, how long would it take you to pay that?
I can't do it until next month.
Your Honor, if we could ask for 60 days, please.
I'll do better than that for Mr. Gavin. I'll do 90 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we're gonna pay by
$240.
We're gonna pay by September 13th.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with God's will. I'm gonna do it before then.
Okay, that'll be great. Mr. Gavin, now you can write this number down, and this is the case number that you're gonna be responsible for.
Okay, I got a pen.
Let me pull your name up again. That would be case number SP1131.
SP1131 5041.
That's going to be the case number that you're going to have to pay the $240 on.
Okay, could I just bring a money order or something to the court, 36th district or something? Because my bank account, somebody already got me for $700, so they closed my bank account. So can I use ATM machine? ATM machine.
Can you bring $240 cash with you to the court?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Then the other two cases, Mr. Gavin, are going to be dismissed.
Okay, so I'll just bring the money to 36th District Court?
Yes.
Okay, let me write that down.
If there are any warrant fees, I'll waive any warrant fees. And if there are any reinstatement fees, I'll waive those as well.
Okay, I got all that wrote down. So $240 to 36th District Court. Okay, yes, I got that.
All right. If there's nothing further, Mr. Gavin, you have a very good day.
Okay, you be blessed too. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you as well. Thank you, Ms. Bradfield. We have one, Mrs. Bradfield, last one, it seems like for the morning, and that is Mrs. Osborne on the line. And I have an offer for Mrs. Osborne that we will, good morning, Mrs. Osborne.
Good morning, how are you today?
I'm Judge Sean Perkins, and I have an offer that's here for you.
Okay.
To Mrs. Osborne again. And just make sure that we have everything in front of us. what I have in front of me is 3 cases. I have allowing an unlicensed person to drive, and I have unregistered, untitled, and a license improper. The recommendation is to plead to the 1 count of license improper, which would be admitted to failure to display, and dismiss the other 2 matters. Why don't we, I don't understand why we don't allow her to plead to the allowing an unlicensed person to drive. She plead. If she plead to it, that's fine. And then dismiss those other 2. Right. If, you understand what I'm saying, Mrs. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you have here, Mrs. Osborne, 3 misdemeanors. One of the misdemeanors, the allowing an unlicensed person to drive, doesn't carry any points, and it does not have an abstraction. 3-month delay. And the other misdemeanors would be, one of the misdemeanors would be amended to a failure to display, but it does have abstraction, and the other misdemeanor would be to dismiss. Let your counsel, talk to your counsel. I indicate that I will offer you a $240 fine for the plea to the allowing an unlicensed person to drive under a 3-month delay. I'll do one better than that, in that I will dismiss that as soon as you pay the $240. You'll be responsible for a reinstatement fee in that matter, but I will waive warrant costs. I can put you in breakout room so you can talk to Mrs. Bradfield about the offer and the other offer that's here in the file, that first one I indicated. Would you like to speak with an attorney on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understood everything that I explained on the record? I mean, not on the record, but to Mrs. Osborne, correct, Ms. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to allow you to join the Zoom room, the breakout room. Standard thing for me, Mr. Rep, is to just anytime we can't pull defaults out of I'm not going to grant the motion to set aside a default. I will allow everybody to waive the penalty so that they can have, a little bit better off and get a license.
Okay.
All right, that'll be a standard thing.
In civil practice, no matter how far they go back.
No matter how far they go back.
Okay, penalties. Okay.
It's almost like the amnesty program do that. Probably do the better what we can do.
So I should run, a lot of times those are not on the docket and everything. So I should do just run.
Well, I'll always look it up and I'll let you know. But yeah, if I don't, by some chance, we'll just run that standard, which call it, and see that. But I try to look everybody up while I'm doing the case, just to make sure that, we both don't miss something. So,
okay. Cool.
give me a list of who our house counsel is gonna be for the week too?
Sure.
Please. Cases that you have, I try to get them done right away.
That's beautiful. That's one of the nightmares I've always experienced, you know, trying to get stuff signed before I can complete the work. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So I try to have this stuff stamped up and input as soon as I can. Do that summary help at all? Because I can start running the summary.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, so what we try to do is make a one-stop shop, right? Touch the file one time. If they got something in the future that's out there, we may as well take care of it right now. So hopefully they can get their license and they don't have to come back and we don't have to see them again. I mean, I know that's a dream type of thing. So Mrs. Osborne, you had an opportunity to speak with your counsel. She'll be probably joining us in 1 second. Good morning, Mr. Bradfield. You guys have had an opportunity to speak. What's your pleasure?
Your Honor, she would like to enter a no contest plea for lack of memory and accept the offer. So allowing the driver to drive.
Okay. All right, so let's call the cases. The court is calling the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan versus Regina Monique Osborne, case numbers SP 1142494, counts 1 and counts 2, and case number 154037131. The date and time. Well, let me let you put your appearance on the record, Counselor.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Ms. Osborne. State your name for the record, ma'am.
Jaleesa Osborne.
I do see that one of the cases is in warrant status. Would you like to make a presentation on that, Counselor?
We would like to ask that the warrant be recalled, Your Honor.
All right, that will be granted. I'll enter a not guilty plea on Mrs. Osborne's behalf. Ms. Osborne, you had a chance to speak with counsel. You had a chance to go over some of the things that have been availed to you. It is my understanding that you would like to plead no contest for lack of memory. And I can understand why this is a 2015 case to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I did indicate that that would be a 0-point ticket, would not be abstracted to your record. You're not abstracted to the Secretary of State. I did indicate also that there will be a $240 fine. And I did indicate that I would offer you a 3-month delayed sentence and go one step further than that. I will even dismiss this case based upon your payment of the $240 fine. I will give you at least the 3 months to pay. It is my understanding that you would like to avail yourself to that offer, Ms. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
That says $1,000 10% bond. So will that bond automatically be repatched? It's a long time ago.
And that was probably, it's probably forfeit.
It's forfeit.
Yeah, if it's 2015.
Yes.
Unless you just posted to get this, no, it's still in warrant status. No, hold on.
It's still in warrant status on the computer, so I'm imagining.
Oh, okay, that was.
That bond was posted a long time ago.
I'm trying, where you see $1,000?
Well, that's just the bond that was set.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right, good enough. I'm sorry. Okay, so, let me ask you a few questions, Mrs. Osborne. Do you understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
And do you understand by availing yourself to this offer that you're going to give up that right to a trial?
Yes.
And you're doing this on your own free will, Ms. Osborne?
Yes, sir.
And has anybody promised you anything other than what we stated in the record?
No, sir.
Okay, so can you raise your right hand, Mrs. Osborne? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. As it relates to the no contest plea, Counselor, do you stipulate that on 5/24/2015 at around 1:05 a.m. In the area of Greenfield and Winthrop, do you stipulate to what is contained in the report as a factual basis in order to establish a factual basis for the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
We still stipulate, Your Honor.
Okay. With that stipulation, Ms. Bradfield, I will enter a no contest plea. That no contest plea, for the purposes of this hearing today, will be treated as a guilty plea, and I will fine you $240 in the matter. I will also dismiss case numbers SP 1142494, counts 1 and counts 2, per your plea to the state matter. I will take that no contest plea under delayed sentence for 3 months, and I will also offer you the opportunity to get this case disposed of immediately upon payment of the $240. Mrs. Osborne, I will give you a date of September 13th to pay the matter. If you pay by that date, then the case will also be disposed of, but I'll also say dismiss upon payment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so do you understand everything that's required of you?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Yes. Do I have any other fees besides the $240?
You will have, I will waive all warrant costs, but you will have the other $45 reinstatement fee.
Okay.
So, waive all warrant costs, pay reinstatement fee, and all I see is the one reinstatement fee. And that should be it.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
You too as well.
Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Bradfield, that seems like the morning is concluded.
All right.
I really appreciate your representation and you being here. And it doesn't seem like you'll be here back for the afternoon, at least from my courtroom. So
No, Your Honor.
I will hopefully see you sometime in the near future.
All right. Hope so too. You all enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
See you later.
See you. Bye, Darnell.